We love being able to go to the different high school, colleges, middle schools to live broadcast sporting events around the area. Georgia Alabama Sports Live appreciates all the fan support, but without a presenting sponsor like Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Opelika, none of this would be possible. So we want to say thank you so much. Go to glennsmith.com. That is right, glennsmith.com. See all the inventory and see why people always say, get ready to smile. Thanks, everyone, and thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC for being our presenting sponsor.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. It is the Kendrick Coaches Show. If you just missed sitting down with an athletics director, state of the programs, as I sat down with Cherokee's athletics director, Coach Andre Dye. We've got some fantastic coaches from the Kendrick Cherokees. We've got Coach Emmanuel Brown, also known as Coach Mayo, who is coming into his first season. And then later on in the show, we are going to have the Kendrick Cherokees girls basketball coach, Angela Long. So sit back and enjoy the Kendrick Cherokees Coaches Show. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and bring him on the screen. It is the first year head football coach of the Kendrick Cherokees. It's Coach Emmanuel Brown, but you're also known as Mayo, as we see that you got the nickname there. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good. Glad for you to have me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your background. You played at Kendrick, and so what does it mean to come back and coach at your alma mater, and what is some of your coaching background experience?
It means everything to me. I'm blessed with the opportunity to come back at my alma mater and help these young men reach the next level and in any avenue that they're trying to. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm blessed, man. I'm just very humble. It's a very humbling experience as well.
And we know about the accolades of Kendrick. I mean, they were a dominant powerhouse in the state championship, winning the state championship back in 1992. I know that you've got the current Georgia State head football coach, Del McGee, who was a running back at Kendrick. And you're looking at a program, you're taking over for Coach Robert Martin, and you're building something very special. You know, I've seen Kendrick improve on their win total. They go from 1 win 2 years ago to 3 wins last year. And so you're coming in and you're taking over a program, trying to build your own philosophy. But what are some of the things that you told your team going into the season, and what are some of the things you worked out in the summer months?
So I was blessed to coach up under Coach Slappy and Coach Martin, and they both laid some very good foundations. And I'm going to continue some of their principles and some of their things that they did on the field, on and out the field. And going forward, I think that my guys, they're gonna keep doing the same thing that we've been doing in the past. We're just gonna try to take it to the next level. As you stated, we won 1 game the year before, and we won 3 last year. So this year we're gonna try to get 5 or better.
And last year, we did have that game that you saw on Georgia Alabama Sports Live taking on Spencer, which was at times, I mean, Spencer was the region champions for the last 2 years. Spencer has been a region rival, as well as Jordan. Now, the entire group of Columbus schools, minus Northside, are all going to be in the same region. But when you look at the 3 wins, you won 2 region games last year. You went 3-7. The wins were against a GIAA program in Heritage. You defeated Central of Macon, and then getting the win over Jordan. I look at this Kendrick football team, and I just continue seeing improvement. Now, they are losing their leading rusher, Kiarius Collier. I mean, he was the top running back as far as rushing yards, but you do get Bukhari Littles. We saw him on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. He is a playmaker. What are some of the other key players that are returning to the Kendrick football team this upcoming season?
Yeah, like you said, Bukhari Littles is going to be a big time player for us this year. We're gonna have a heavy senior class. We also have Corey Baker. We're gonna play linebacker and running back. We have Tamir Jones, linebacker, running back. Moses Milner, linebacker. Jeremiah Stroud, wide receiver, quarterback, DB. So I mean, we got a lot of guys returning back, and I'm sure they're excited to step up and show what they can do on the field.
Well, I can't wait for that first game, and you know that Kendrick is going to be, playing games at Otis Spencer and at Kinnett. There's one game that we do plan on live streaming. It's a Thursday night game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, taking on Crawford County, and that is going to be at Kinnett because Spencer is playing down at Otis Spencer. But when you think about your home stadium, I mean, do you consider Otis Spencer Stadium the place where you call home for your home games, or do you have your fans traveling up to Kinnett as well?
I think our fans, they're going to travel where we are. We're trying to bring that Cherokee pride back. So I believe that where we at, whether we're at Spencer Stadium or we at Kinnett Stadium, I think they're going to travel with us.
And one thing about having all the schools in Columbus, that those rivalries are going to be renewed. And some of the rivalries, when I think of Kendrick football, I think of that rivalry with Shaw because they are border schools. I mean, they're really divided by Highway 22, Macon Road. I mean, you got a lot of players from both sides that live in that area that probably played youth football growing up. And so, Shaw does play Kendrick in non-region games in the last couple of years, but now this is going to be a region opponent. And then you got to talk about Carver, who's down in South Columbus on the other side of I-185. I mean, what are some of the rivalries that you are looking forward to getting rekindled now in the new reclassification?
I'm not looking forward to any rivalry in particular. I'm looking forward to playing everyone. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's a good thing, and I'm happy that we're playing all the teams back in the city. Besides Northside, I know the guys are excited because, like you said, they went to school with a lot of these guys. A lot of them played middle school ball or little league ball together. So I know it's going to be exciting for them as well to compete with one another on the field.
Coach, we got to talk about the geographical location of Kendrick High School because right there in the area where students go to Kendrick is Shirley B. Winston Recreational Park. I mean, we had the Isaiah Crowell football camp there. I mean, this camp, this recreational park that had a lot of youth football programs right in your own backyard in Kendrick. And I think of some great football players that actually have come out of the area, including Dell McGee. But just talking about just rebranding the Kendrick Cherokee football name, just trying to get that program back to where it once was, and what are some of the steps that come into play to try to get these players to buy into your system?
I mean, getting the players to buy in is just being consistent, showing up, being consistent there, then showing them that I care about them and I build a relationship with them. I was here with these guys, the seniors who are seniors now. I was here since they were freshmen, so we have a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a personal relationship with every single last one of them, so I know building that relationship with them and having that relationship with them, that's gonna make them play harder for me, and they know I got their back, and the rest of the stuff take care of themselves.
By the way, your school has outstanding facilities. You go to Kendrick. By the way, they are remodeling right now, but you go down those steps and the little valley, Kendrick High School is on a hill. And then you got the little valley down there with the baseball field, the softball field, and your football practice field. Just talk about some of the facilities at Kendrick and just that establishment to try to get, the facilities to where they need to be. And really, it helps the football team. It also helps all the athletic programs. I mean, just describe like that area that Kendrick has to help accommodate your student athletes as far as facilities goes.
Okay, I mean, we have two new staircases that just was put in. I mean, lead down to an amazing complex. We have a baseball field, football field, a field house. We have a dugout. We have both dugouts for the baseball and the softball. We also have a batting cage, which also includes a football chute. We also have what is it called? The jug machine. We also have a jug machine installed on one of the dugout house down there. So I mean, it's a great facility, and I'm glad they put the stairs in so it's quicker to get down there. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, let's talk about the upcoming 2024 schedule. On the road, August the 16th, taking on the Walker School. Then on the road, taking on Best Academy on August the 23rd. Your first home game is Thursday night, August 29th, and we will be live streaming that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's against Crawford County. It is a GHSA Division I school out of Roberta. It's about 3 counties over going towards Macon. But then you get into region play, and you start region play taking on the only team in the region that is not in Columbus. That is Sumter County. They are out of Americus. And the talk around Georgia is that Sumter County is going to be one of the top teams in this region. What would it be for, as far as making a statement and representing Columbus by taking on the one school that is not in the Columbus area in this region? And then you come back to Columbus, but Sumter County, a very tough team. What are your outlook for this upcoming season, starting region play on September 13th?
Like you mentioned, our first home game is going to be on that 29th, and I'm very excited that you guys are going to be there. That'll be the first time we get to play in the city to start our new year off. And then after that, we come back and play American Sumter, like you said. I mean, if you don't know, I mean, we're familiar with them. We played them a couple times. We played them when I went here before, so we're pretty familiar with them when they were a bigger school, as you would say. So we're pretty familiar, and we know they're going to do the same thing that they always done, just like we are. So we just got to be disciplined, be consistent in what we do, and play football.
And of course, in the new region, I mean, you're familiar with Spencer and Jordan because you were all in the same region for the last couple of years. But you're going to see teams that you haven't faced a while in football. It might have been back when all these teams were in the region together in 2021, but we included LaGrange and Troup County in that region as well. But you're going to get to face Hardaway again. You're going to get to face Columbus, Shaw, and Carver. I think how important is it that with this new reclassification that you don't have to travel as much, and it helps your student athletes to know that when you have a scheduled road game, you're not leaving the city of Columbus.
Right. As you stated, so I know it's going to be good for our guys because they're going to be playing in the city, so their family, it's easy for their family and their friends to come support them. I mean, it's hard traveling out of town, 2 hours away, and then sometimes your family or your friends can't make it because of the drive. So I know it's going to be exciting for them playing in the same city, and it's going to benefit both teams, and it's going to benefit every team in the city. I think it's going to be a good thing for the community as well. It's going to give something for our young athletes or young students just to do outside of school.
Well, Coach, I am excited about this upcoming football season for the Kendrick Cherokees. I love seeing your team just continue to improve, and good luck this upcoming football season. We're excited about being a part of it and live streaming several games on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. That is the Kendrick head football coach, Emmanuel Mayo Brown. We're going to go and take another break. And when we come back, we're going to have the Kendrick Cherokees girls basketball coach, Angela Long, right here on the Kendrick Coaches Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
You're watching right now the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show that is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. Get ready to smile. We'll be right back after this.
Check out these great offers at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, you can own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA, the GMC Sierra pickup. Right now, discounted up to $15,500 off. The roomy and comfortable compact SUV, the GMC Terrain, is up to $7,750 off.
Choose from over 400 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
We're back. We're smiling. It is the Kendrick Coaches Show. If you missed the interview with the athletic director, Coach Andre Dye, sitting with an athletics director, state of the programs. And now we've got some fantastic coaches. Want to thank Coach Emmanuel Brown from the football team. They call him Mayo. Can't wait for this upcoming Kendrick football season. And now another coach that we have is in her second season as the Kendrick girls varsity basketball coach. Please welcome to the Kendrick Coaches Show, Coach Angela Long. How have you been, Coach?
I've been doing great.
All right, Coach, before we get into the season and talking about your team for this upcoming season, just talk a little bit about your playing background. Where did you grow up? What led you to coaching? And who are some of your mentors as you have done this coaching path leading up to being the head coach at Kendrick?
Okay. Yes, I actually grew up in Columbus, Georgia. I'm a graduate of Carver High School, and also I attended Gardner Webb University. And one of my mentors, I would have to say, was Sharon Lumpkin. During my years at Carver High School, she have helped me tremendously. And also, the reason why I decided to coach is to be able to give back to the girls of everything that I have learned over the course of my years of playing sports basketball. I now have the opportunity to give back to the girls and hopefully to inspire them as well.
All right, Coach, and just talk a little bit about your coaching background. Like, what are some of the areas you were you like a head coach before, or where were some places where you were an assistant coach?
Oh, okay. Certainly. I actually attended or started my coaching career at Kendrick High School. Um, I was a track coach. I was the assistant flag football coach with Coach Emmanuel Brown. I also was the assistant coach of basketball. Now I'm the head coaches in basketball, and I coach volleyball as well. And now I'm the head coach.
Absolutely. I know that being in a program like Kendrick, I mean, you have your duties, responsibilities. I mean, you're coaching multiple sports, and really, and then my next question to you is that relationship with the athletic director, Coach Andre Dye. I mean, what is that relationship like? I mean, it seems like, I mean, you're able just to step in whenever you need to fill in and coach other sports. But what is that relationship like with the head coach and AD?
Oh, we have a great working coach relationship. I know that I can go to him at any time. Whatever I'm going through, or if there are any type of problem or situation that I have or may have occurred, I'm able to go to him. And he loved to, and also he offered his advice or whatever to assist me with whatever I needed at that time.
All right, Coach, you're entering your second season as the Kendrick head girls basketball coach. As you know, Kendrick has had success in the early 2000s. The 10-year run that Coach Hicks had, winning the two state titles, one in '08 and one in '14. They just had an incredible Final Four run. And it's really about getting these girls to buy into your program. And so I'm looking down the roster. You didn't have the season that you wanted last year. You only won 4 games, but it's about improvement. And I think that now that you're going into a region with all the Columbus schools in Sumter County, what is the outlook for this upcoming season? I know you're going to be losing your leading scorer, Demaya Collins, but what's some of the key players that are coming back for this season? And what is the season looking like for the 2024-2025 season?
Yeah, we currently right now we are rebuilding. We do have some players that will be coming back. We have Javea Kitchen, she'll be back. She started off in the beginning, but she tore her ACL and she was out for that season. We have Vice, she'll be coming back. She also she broke her toe. So during that season, we had a lot of injuries that have occurred, but those girls will be coming back. Yes, unfortunately, we did lose Demaya, who was our leading scorer, but also we have some new girls, some young girls that will be coming in and filling the spot. Hopefully, we just gonna work hard and get better day by day.
And Coach, one thing about this region, I mean, you play all these teams anyway. I mean, teams like Columbus, Shaw, Hardaway. Now you're playing them in region play. I got to be honest with you, Coach. Now that all the teams and Sumter County are in the same region, there are 4 spots for the playoffs in 2A. And when you look at this upcoming season, what are you looking forward to about playing all the teams in Columbus? And also, what does the non-region schedule look like? Are there still close games? Are you playing teams that are across the river and playing Harris County? Are you trying to keep it local? Are you trying to venture out and travel for the non-region games to try to just to test to see the skill level out there and opponents that you usually don't play on a normal season? But what is the schedule looking like? And has it been official? Has it dropped out yet?
We're still working on some of the games, but we are trying to venture out and play other schools, not just play the schools locally. But we're just right now we're just focused on development and working hard, hitting the weight room and just trying to, figure out, how to play as a team, how to work together, how to bond together, and hopefully, we build this chemistry where we're able to, compete, with the surrounding school. But at this time, we're just focusing on just rebuilding our program.
And Coach, I do think it is important to remember the past. Like when your players are walking in that gymnasium and they see the banners hanging in there, they see the pictures of the teams that won championships. How much does that mean to the players? I mean, do they look at that and they want to strive to get to that level? And do you remind your team that basically that Kendrick is known for winning and they've had a tradition and history of winning, and do they look at the banners in there and does that motivate them to play harder?
Yes, it does. And and I had the opportunity to, work alongside Coach Hicks when he was there. I had the opportunity as well to glean from him.
Plus, I do think that there's extra motivation having to play all these schools in Columbus now in the region. You're not traveling to Macon anymore to take on an Ace Charter or a Central of Macon or a Southwest. Now all the teams are in the region. What is that going to mean to your student athletes that don't have to leave class at noon to go travel to a road game?
Oh, well, for one thing, they'll be back home earlier. Traveling hour and a half, 2 hours away, we normally get back around, 11, 12 at night. So I'm pretty sure they're excited about that they will be able to go home earlier. But other than that, they also is excited because it gives them the opportunity for their families to come out and watch them play as well. So the family members, they don't have to travel that far. They can just, 10, 15 minutes away from home to see their child play. So they're pretty excited about that.
Coach, I do want to talk about the region. I mean, you're used to playing Spencer and Jordan the last couple of years. Those have been teams that were already in the region, but now you get rivalries with Carver, with Hardaway, Columbus. You also got Shaw. I mean, really, what does that mean for the city to have these rivalries renewed? I mean, you've been playing these teams anyway, but now these mean something because they're region games and they're going to count towards trying to make the playoffs.
For the city, I think that it'll be great because they all have the opportunity to see, the schools play, Spencer playing Kendrick playing Carver playing Hardaway. So they now have that opportunity to see the rival school play each other, whereas they normally didn't have that. We was traveling to Macon, or we're traveling to another city and town to play, and sometimes it's hard for a working mother to get off work and try to travel to see her child play. So I think that this is a great opportunity for the city and for the parents to get the chance to see their child play.
All right, Coach, I'm going to make a pretty good analogy here because I think that the Muskogee County Christmas Tournament is the biggest thing that's happening in the city when it comes to basketball. It's an event, and the Georgia Alabama Sports Live is going to be there. And just the championship games alone had the most views we've ever had in any basketball game. It kind of reminds me of the NBA play-in tournament that they just implemented. And then you've got the region games. All these teams. I mean, if you want to include Northside in the Muskogee County Christmas Tournament, yeah, they're included in the bunch. But the fact is that all these teams are going to face off against each other in region play. I mean, does this dilute the product? Does this mean the Muskogee County Christmas Tournament doesn't mean as much as it used to now that region play is more the important, or is it still big and for bragging rights to try to win this thing?
I still think that it's gonna be big. As I stated, it does give certain schools the bragging rights. So it's gonna pretty much do what it has been doing, bringing out people to watch the games and just enjoying the opportunity to just watch your favorite team play in the Christmas tournament.
Also, I like the idea that they have place games, so every team in Muskogee County has an opportunity to play at the Lumpkin Center at Columbus State, because that's important for these young student athletes to be on a gym like that and to play in a gym like that, to have all the fans there, and including Coach Hauser of the Columbus State Lady Cougars that is recruiting. And I think it's just a great opportunity just to showcase the talent here in Columbus on a bigger stage at the Lumpkin Center. And I really am excited about this upcoming season, Coach. I can't wait for that schedule to be finalized. We'll be there for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. My final thing to you, Coach, is what are some ways that people that support Kendrick Athletics can come out and support the basketball team? What can they do as far as giving their time and their money?
Pretty much, they can just follow us on Facebook, seeing what we got going on. They can just come out to, as you stated, to the games, watch the game, just see what we got going on at that time. I mean, just anything that they can think of. And I'm trying to think right now that they can do just be a present at the school, be a present at the games. I think that their presence right now is the most important thing, because a lot of time we forget about the importance of just showing up, being on the sideline, clapping for us, cheering us on. That right there is, I think that is the most important thing right now, is to have that encouragement, because we haven't been getting that a lot. So that would be my main focus. My one thing is just being present, showing up at the game, letting us know that, hey, we are Kendrick alumni, or we are here standing with you. We got your back, and you're there in the stands, cheering us on, cheering on the players.
Coach, I can't wait to talk to you during High School Basketball Media Day. Good luck this upcoming season, and I know that the Cherokee faithful are going to be out there rooting hard for the Kendrick Lady Cherokees, and I just can't wait for this upcoming season.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that is the head basketball coach of the girls basketball team, Coach Angela Long, and this has been the Kendrick Coaches Show. I want to thank everybody out there that has watched us on Facebook and on YouTube, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channel, and continue watching Sitting with an Athletics Director State of the Programs. We got more schools coming up next week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC. You're ready to smile.